Hey, I'm Siobhan, and I love talking about all the things related to freedom and personal growth. And I'm on a journey to redefine freedom on my own terms as I become the woman I desire to be. Each week, I'll share in real time what I'm learning as I do my inner work while creating a safe space for my listeners to feel seen. If you desire to be free and live a life that feels good to you, then you're in the right place for beautiful conversations that's going to support you on your journey to freedom. Welcome to the Siobhan J. Middleton podcast. Now let's start the show. Hey, welcome back to another episode of my podcast. I'm your host, Siobhan, and I'm so happy that you are choosing to listen in for another week. This morning, I don't have any notes. I had this fresh thought on my mind when I woke up, and I'm like, this is what I want to talk about today. And it's based on many conversations that I've been having with both men and women, how they are navigating life and how this year alone has been really challenging. And everybody, it seems like, is going through something. And we are not prepared for adult life, right? Like, nobody prepares us for life, And so as I'm hearing all of these different stories from people and what they're going through, I'm like, I just want to extend some words of encouragement. No matter where you're at on your journey to being free, number one, I guess I want you to know that you're not alone, that there are so many people going through something, and whether they express it or not, they are. We see so much stuff on social media where you feel like everybody has it all together but you, but that's not true. Many people can take a cute picture and post it, and you think that everything is okay, and in actuality, they are suffering on the inside. And so I don't want you to fall into the hype of like, man, everybody's life is so beautiful and not mine. No, people are going through stuff. And even me, like the month of August, I'm like, what the hell? Like, it was a long month for me. So much happened. So much, just so much shit, yo. Like, I'm like, what the hell? And I am grateful that August is over. My kids are now back in school. And it was an overwhelming month, to say the least. And I will talk about that more in next week's episode as I give you like a recap of my month. But I just wanted to say, many people are going through things. And what I'm noticing for us women is that we have spaces, right? We have conferences, we have classes, we have our girls group, we have podcasts that we listen to, right? But as I'm talking and having conversations with more men, they don't have the same outlets as we do. And so when they are going through stuff, they don't have a space to release based on how they have to show up in society. And I'm reading a book now titled How to Love a Black Man. I can't think of the author's name, because I really want to have more insight. And as I'm reading this book, it's making me think about how I want to have more conversations with Black men as well on my podcast, at my events. Like, I really want to begin to give them space as well to begin to share, like, safe spaces. Like, where are the safe spaces for Black men? That's the question. And I'm sharing that here on the podcast because I have both men and women listening to my work. And as much as I can, I want to create a safe space. I want to offer words of encouragement no matter where you're at, that you're not alone, that your feelings matter, and that you find some type of resource or outlet or community that will allow you to express yourself. So when I think about all of the stories that I'm hearing about people in different places and going through many different things, and having a challenging year, I want to remind you, you're not alone, right? I also want you to consider finding one thing that will provide you a little bit of joy. Because sometimes we just need something healthy to take our mind off of whatever is happening in life. And I did an episode several weeks or months ago, I can't remember now, about having a hobby. Find an outlet where you can release, whether it's playing basketball, whether it's journaling, whether it's taking a pottery class. I'm trying to think of other things that you can do, but like having an outlet where you can just release and be. Because again, the year is challenging for many people. And truth be told, since the pandemic, people are still recovering from that. And so with that being said, where do you go to release? What are your outlets? What do you have that you can do just for you, right? And then the other thing that I want to suggest that you do is that you find yourself one book to read. Fiction or nonfiction, find a book that you can read that will stimulate you mentally. I'm reading several books right now. I'll drop my Amazon link in the show notes where you can, if you need a great book to read, I have many that you can check out. But find a book to read. Go to the library, go to the bookstore, or what have you, and take a few minutes every day to read. And believe me, just escaping in a book can be really good for your mental health. So that's what I had on my mind. This is a really short episode. I just wanted to offer words of encouragement, no matter where you're at on your journey, that you're not alone, that there are people who are going through similar things, that they too are trying to figure things out, and it's okay. It's okay. The other thing that comes to mind as I'm thinking is that whatever it is that you're experiencing or you're going through right now is temporary. And it may feel like it's your whole world, but it's just a temporary moment. You will not be in the space that you're in forever. Whether you are having challenges with your finances and relationships or with your children, this moment that you're having is temporary. I encourage you every single day to express gratitude, right? To take care of yourself in whatever capacity you need to do that, and just keep going. And remind yourself that you're not going to always be here. And so savor the moment, learn the lessons, get what you need so you can continue forward on your journey. And the affirmation that I always say, everything is always working out for me. Everything is always working out for me. And even in the moments when it doesn't feel like things are working out, they are. And I can look back a month ago, 2 months ago, a year ago, thinking I would be where I was with that challenging thing forever. And it's now behind me. I got what I needed, and I'm moving forward with the next thing. And that's just how life is. We're going to have to figure out how to navigate it in the best way possible for ourselves. So don't give up. Don't be discouraged. Hang in there. And if you need to talk to somebody, I'm always going to encourage therapy. Have a good, amazing group of friends that you can talk to. Even if you have one friend, that's awesome sauce. Find a book to read, take a walk, meditate, breathe, do whatever you need to do to take care of yourself. So that's my message for today. If you're encouraged by anything that I shared, you can treat me to a cup of coffee. The link is in the show notes. Don't forget to subscribe to my weekly newsletter where I go a little bit more in depth in my writing, so you can become a free subscriber where you get the weekly newsletter every single week, or you can become a paid subscriber where you get the free weekly newsletter and you get video content and resources from yours truly, and you can even chat with me as well and the community. That link will be in the show notes. Subscribe to the podcast no matter where you're listening. Leave a comment on YouTube if that's where you're checking it out. I would love for you to leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, letting me know what you think about the episode. You can always shoot me an email if need be, if you have some ideas or topics or questions, all the things. And share this episode with a friend that you want to encourage today. And maybe even y'all can have a conversation about it. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen. Sending you so much love and light. Until next time.